Hey guys, it's your girl Jay.
What's good, YouTube? This your boy MJ, and today we got another video for y'all. As you can see in the thumbnail and the title, let's jump right into it. So for today, we're gonna be doing 10 do's and don'ts for your wedding process. Reason being, you should know some of this stuff before you're about to get married.
Yes.
All right, let's jump right into it, guys. So first thing first, don'ts. One thing not to do is don't invite a lot of people, y'all. I know we had up to like 200 people, but don't invite a lot of people. We had to condense that down to 100 because every person is a plate, and every plate doubles.
Yes.
So you got to get to it.
And those plates are not cheap, guys. if you're doing a wedding like us, we had it per plate, and we didn't do buffet style. So each plate was like from $78 to like $100.
Yeah.
And that's pretty penny, okay?
So don't invite a lot of people. I know it's hard to say, but try to condense it down to immediate family and friends only. The next thing, don't have your bachelorette party or bachelor party the day before the wedding. That's a big no-no. Why? Too hungover, out of your mind, really ain't got your vows down tacked. So please don't have your bachelor or bachelorette party the day before the wedding.
Right. And you also have to think about your wedding party. You have to make sure they are on their P's and Q's for your special day. So you don't want to indulge in alcohol, be partying, and then you guys have to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning to do makeup. It's not going to work. I promise you.
Another one, don't invite kids. I know this might be hard to do unless the kids are in your wedding per se. Please don't invite them. As many kids as we wanted to invite, we would have. But when we looked up, we would have had 30 kids at our wedding. So none the least, if they're not in your wedding party, don't invite them. I know it's hard, but you got to. Last but not least, that was 3. Okay, we got 2 more. Don't let other people's opinions affect your day, okay? Because you're going to be getting it from your side of the family, her side of the family, your groomsmen, your cousins, probably even their kids. But don't let nobody opinion affect your day. Stick to what's in your head and go through it every step of the way. The last one I would say, don't have people in your wedding that you cannot depend on.
Oh, man.
Family included. Make sure you have your DJ, your officiant, your photographer. Make sure all them people are well aware and well equipped. Not only them, the people in your wedding party as well. Because if you can't depend on these people on your biggest day, how can you depend on them in life, okay? But nonetheless, people, those are my top 5 don'ts. And let's see what you got, baby.
Okay, so my 5 don'ts of wedding planning is, my first one is, don't stress over little things.
That's true.
As a bride, I can't lie, I was stressed about every single thing leading up to our actual wedding day, because of course I wanted to be perfect. On that day, we've made 10 years, so that was something very big to me. But the littlest things is like, let it fly out the window. You're there to marry your husband, your soon-to-be husband, but now my husband. But you're there to marry your husband, and you're there to say your vows before God, and the only thing that matters.
Absolutely. And you didn't do a bad job at stressing out that day, which was great.
Oh, thanks, babe. So my number 2 don't is, please don't have a cash bar at your reception. I feel like that is the most tackiest thing ever. You have to think about it. You are having a party, a celebration for you and your husband. You want, your family, friends to just say like, oh, have a drink on us. Like, we're glad that you came to, be there for us, as we say our vows, as we become husband and wife. But after that day, your cocktail is on Marcel. My other one is, don't bow down to bridal peer pressure. And what I mean by that is, during, your wedding planning week, your wedding planning year, because for me, I did a whole year. I'm watching shows, I'm going online, Pinterest, and also you're going to your friend's wedding and you're like, oh yeah, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. And it's like, you really don't need all of those things. You just want it because you see it.
Pretty much.
And that was me. But I had to talk to myself and say, Jelani, you really don't need all of those things. You just want it because you see it. What you need is what's in your heart. And that's what I did on our actual, wedding day. My next one is please, please, please do not spend, your entire wedding day on your phone.
That's
Please don't. Because you will miss out on so many moments of your wedding. It's ridiculous. Like me and Marcel, we did not have our phones. We don't even have pictures in our phones.
We waiting for the photographer to get back.
Like those are our only pictures. And then, pictures from our friends and family who attended our wedding. But we did not have our phones. And when I tell you our wedding went like this, literally.
Blink of an eye. The best advice I would say is live in the moment, don't capture the moment. You got a photographer for a reason. Live in the moment, don't capture it. It was great, though.
And, that's my last don't.
All right, now for do's, okay? Now, do's are the great part, but sometimes they can get a little tacky as well. So, my first do is stick to your budget, okay?
Yes.
Stick to your budget. Man, I don't know how many times I looked up at my bank account and it was gone. So try to stick to your budget as possible because it is kind of hard and you will get off track from time to time. Another one would be have maybe 2 to 3 rehearsals before your actual wedding day. For us, we only had 1 rehearsal before our wedding day. Reason being, though, we have a reason. We live out here in Ohio now, and our wedding was actually in our hometown, which was Chicago. So we can only do so many traveling back and forth. So we only had to have 1 rehearsal before our wedding day, and then we had like an hour and a half rehearsal on the wedding day before it started.
Like an hour and a half rehearsal on the wedding day before it started. But
nonetheless,
did you hear that, guys? An hour and a half before. Of course, I wasn't down there, but Marcel, my maid of honor, and my mother, they made sure everything was perfect. Hopefully.
Copacetic.
Wait till I see the wedding video, then I'll let you guys know.
But yeah, nonetheless, try to always have 2 to 3 rehearsals before your actual wedding day. It'll make the process go about a lot more smooth, and then you won't have to think about things as you go during the wedding day. Definitely, I encourage marriage counseling.
Yes.
We went through it ourselves, and it helped out a lot. Most definitely it did. They got us through that process, and they got our priorities, which was number 1, in order. But I definitely encourage marriage counseling. It improved us a whole lot. Things that we thought we already knew because we already been together for 10 years.
Right.
We ain't had no clue of. So I definitely encourage marriage counseling. And I would say always include the groom. That's another do. I mean, for me per se, I was just like, oh, I'm going to just go get my suit, worry about the groomsmen, get my hair cut. But then all of a sudden I was like, I don't like this color in this wedding. I don't like the way this looks. So
Groomzilla.
Nonetheless, but always try to include the groom. I know we might be laid back as men from time to time, and we might think, oh, we might don't need this. We might not need this. It was way more than I thought. Way more than just getting a suit, getting a tux, making sure your hair cut, and making sure all your groomsmen good. It was way more than that. So always try to include the groom. I would also say, as another dude, try to include the wedding party as well, being that they are participating in your wedding. Make sure you include them as well. Make sure you also include them as well. Sometimes they can be a little stressful depending on who you put in that predicament, but nonetheless, make sure you try to include them as well.
Always keep them up to date throughout anything, good or bad, because you have to understand they are going through this actual same day with you.
Most definitely.
So if it's bad things, you need to tell them.
Most definitely.
Or you talk it over with your maid of honor or your best man, and then you guys talk to the wedding party. So therefore, everybody's still smiling for the big day.
I think that's all for me, but I would include one last one. Be organized.
Please.
Bay is good at it. I'm good at it, but we procrastinate a lot. But
Yes.
make sure you be organized for sure. But that's all my 5 dues. Go ahead, my beautiful wife.
So, my number one do is please plan your day for yourself and not others. Like Marcel, he did tap into it as, don't have your family and friends plan your wedding. Please. Because you will look up and you will think to yourself, this is not the wedding of my dreams. This is their wedding for their dreams. So make sure, you talk it over with your fiance and you guys sit down and you say, this is what we want.
Yeah.
And if people call you and say, oh, I think this looks good, like, no, I already talked it over with my fiance and this is what we have decided. Year in and year out. Will I see you on August 24th or not? Number 2 is consider having wedding and reception at one location. Please, when I tell you.
Big do. Big do.
It helped us out a lot. So we had our wedding at the Seville and our reception in the same exact room. So what they did was, during our wedding, it was beautiful. You didn't see any tables. You only saw chairs, with the owl runner, rose petals. We did have 2 tables, one for the sand ceremony and one for the marriage license, for us to sign it.
Yep.
But after that, we went into cocktail hour and, we had hors d'oeuvres, with the butlers. We had the open bar.
While they was getting the room prepared for our reception.
In less than 20 minutes, guys. When I tell you the reception looked totally different, it was amazing. I recommend the Seville. They are amazing. My number 3 do is please have a vendor timeline. Like, let's just say you book your DJ within 8 months, your catering, your videographer, your photographer. Like, make sure you have a timeline for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you will get lost.
In the South pretty quick. And stay on top of them. Stay on top of them, too, because they got a lot of things going on.
Yes.
Their life is busy as well, so stay on top of them. Make sure that you got all the things that you need prepared down and organized. And
as well as your officiant as well. Every time me and Marcel came to Chicago, we had a meeting with our photographer, our videographer, our officiant, just to make sure everything is as perfect as I would like it to be.
It's her day.
No, it's our day. But it has to be perfect. My number 3, I would say go over the pictures with your photographer. Go over the certain pictures that you would like because they take over maybe like 500 pictures.
Yeah.
And it could be over, different things like, the place setting, the groomsmen. But me and Marcel, we wanted pictures with our grandmothers, our mothers, my grandfather. Because we want to look back on this special day and say, at least we were able to take a picture with, our grandparents, of course, and our parents.
Yeah. What was that?
Number 4. Please, when you're doing an arrangement for your bouquet, make sure you order a separate bouquet for you to throw. Because you always want to save your bouquet that you walk down the aisle to your husband to. I kept my bouquet.
Kept it in some water for a couple of days until they finally died out. But yeah, it helps.
I would never throw my bouquet. I need to have that forever. But yeah, don't forget that. My number 5, I have an extra bonus one. But I said, please, brides, be sure to eat on your wedding day. Hold on. Let me tell you guys why I didn't eat. So I went to sleep at 2 a.m., woke up at 6 a.m. Don't know why, because I never wake up at that time. But my stomach was in knots when we were walking downstairs to go eat because it's like, okay, this is the actual day, the day that you guys have been waiting for. So I could not even drink my favorite juice, which is cranberry juice, guys, and I can drink that juice. I couldn't eat anything. So throughout the whole day, I didn't eat nothing. So then it came down to the reception. Still not hungry. The reception was around 7 o'clock. p.m. And Marcel's like, you know, you need to eat, you know, you haven't ate all day. And I'm just like, no, I'm just looking around, just trying to take pictures, just enjoy the moment.
By 8:30, she was lit.
You know, lit like a flower. Yes, please eat, guys. Please. Brides and grooms, please, please eat.
Oh, I got my grub on.
My last bonus, and this is for the brides and grooms. Please take time to sit and look around and enjoy your special day.
Yeah.
This is a day that you will not get back.
At all. And it goes by so fast.
Yes.
Like, during the process, a lot of people kept telling us it'll be here before you know it. And it came before we know it. And then on that day, it flew by. It flew by. I look up, it's then at 9 o'clock. And I'm like, wow. It really flew by. But if you need to, take the time to plan that day out, you know? So therefore, it'll be a much smoother process for you in the long run. But nonetheless, hey, it was a great day, man. I remember that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that brings this video to a wrap. These are our 10 do's and don'ts for this video. So don't forget to like,
share,
and definitely subscribe to our channel. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can always be notified of these great videos that we're about to keep putting out. We know we've been off for about a month, but we finna keep this going for you guys. And y'all guys are gonna be ecstatic for what's to come. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video, and welcome to the M&J Johnson life journey. Thank you guys. Peace out.